So in my most recent video essay, The Rise and Fall of Hush Puppy, which looks at narcissism and the obsession with luxury and wealth, Segun Johnson is my little case study. And why is that? Segun Johnson became roped into my video essay due to my exploration around wealth and wealth worship. In the video, I explained that wealth has become God in Nigeria, and being wealthy is prioritized over almost everything because those who are not wealthy are essentially exiled socially. And of course, off the back of that, we see how important wealth is in allowing one to have a place in society where they're actually recognised or acknowledged, or even to some extent treated like a human being. Of course, I touched on the fact that undoubtedly there's a materialist culture, and of course that materialist culture shows up in many different aspects of society, especially parties. As we know it, Segun Johnson is a popular musician and performer at parties. And as said in the video, Nigerians love to flatter, and we do see this in our music culture. It has a very panegyric style where we honour people. And that's something that I've personally always observed throughout Yoruba music history and amongst old school musicians. There's no way that there's going to be a track and there isn't going to be a shout out, or they're not going to hail someone important or popular. But the contrast here for me with Segun Johnson's music is the fact that I believe that it leaned into hyper-materialism. When Bobrisky was arrested in 2024 for spraying money at the event Segun Johnson was performing at, through his lyrics, Segun Johnson was essentially coaxing Bobrisky to spend more money. He was saying, long story short, that got Bob banged up and currently in exile. Because where is Bob? And this falls into my point regarding words. Words tell you a lot. Those words that Segun Johnson sung saying, can you finish like spraying, can you continue to spray, is very much another way of him saying, Jekari Bieshetu, let's see how much you are. So essentially, money becomes a marker of one's sense of self and identity, and it's symbolic of their standing and their might in the space that they currently occupy. However, that little saga with Bobrisky would have completely gone over my head anyway, if not for the fact sometime last year or this year a video emerged of Segun Johnson hailing Hush Puppy over the phone, and he's saying something along the lines of, can you see Hush Puppy to know virtually? Which again, I believe very much shows how much money is God. And as I said in my video, Hush Puppy's crimes are not victimless. There are people at the receiving end of his crimes. So why do we still continue to engage with these kind of people in society and propel them?